tracking storms throughout all of West Texas. This is Storm Tracker 9 weather.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Carl Rippey. As we look at our satellite radar live Doppler over the central Permian Basin, hardly a cloud in sight. Now, we are seeing some activity over in the Guadalupe National Park up into the areas where there's some higher elevation. The main threat here is this cloud-to-ground lightning and those gusting conditions. Now, we have had some showers over the past few days here, so the fire danger is diminished some, but we've also had some runoff, especially down here in the Davis Mountains where these storms are starting to fire off. That water is running into those lower elevations, causing some localized flooding. We are getting some welcome rain from that, and we're hoping that it's going to make it over into the Pecos River area and work its way into the western Permian Basin. As we're going into the evening, though, that's probably not going to happen as we're cooling off, and that activity is going to diminish some. Now let's look at our temperatures area-wide. We are at 101 in Odessa. Right now we're at 102, 104 in Big Spring. It is hot out there. In Pecos, 107. Statewide, we're noticing some very warm conditions up here in Dallas at 105, even warmer in Oklahoma City at 107. Our humidity is staying fairly pleasant. We are at 20% in Odessa, 18% in Midland. Some higher values down here in Marfa at 30%, and here in Alpine at 62%. Now that's where that storm is right now. That humidity is definitely higher, and that is causing some wind gusts also. 32 mile an hour here in Alpine, 23 in Marfa, 21 in Odessa, 24 in Midland. We're seeing some wind out there. That's from the southeast, and what we're seeing is this high pressure, and that's circulating some of that moisture, some of that humidity up into West Texas. We're seeing these storms fire up over here in far West Texas and southeastern New Mexico. And this pattern tends to be self-perpetuating. As that hot air rises during the day, it just keeps us cool, and it keeps us hot, and it keeps us clear. And speaking of hot, we've got some heat advisories as we look at our Storm Tracker 9 weather alert. These heat advisories are going to be in southeastern New Mexico, the northern Permian Basin, central Permian Basin, here in the upper and lower Trans-Pecos, down here in Brewster County in the Big Bend National Park and the Big Bend Ranch area. And then bordering the Rio Grande here in the Presidio Valley, we've got triple digits, 107 and above. These heat advisories are going to be valid through tonight at 10 p.m. Now, as we look at our conditions over the Permian Basin for this evening, we're going to be in the mid to upper 70s, so really quite hot as we're going even into the night. Tomorrow, we're going to have some of those triple digits area-wide. 105 in Monahans, 103 in Stanton and Midland, 103 in Big Spring, 104 in Snyder. We're going to have some of those conditions that are going to be in those upper 70s in the Trans-Pecos. It's going to be hot tomorrow as well as we're getting into those triple digits, really all across our area. And going to see some of those readings up into the upper 70s. Alpine and Marfa are going to be the cool spots in the upper 60s, and then sliding up into those upper 100s and into those like 108 here in Presidio. Very hot tomorrow. Up to southeastern New Mexico we go. We're going to be in the mid to lower 70s in some areas, upper 70s in Eunice and Jal. Tomorrow, as we're getting into the heating day, really quite hot, 106 in Eunice and Jal. And that brings us to our Storm Tracker 9-day forecast. Look at these triple digits. They are going to persist even through next weekend. We're not going to get any relief till the first of next week.